Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Bethany. On this channel we talk about deconstructing from toxic religion, and we also shine a light on problematic Christian influencers, especially if they are exploiting their children on social media. Around here we are snarky with substance, meaning we are going to make fun of you, we will poke fun, but it's all because there's an underlying reason as to why, and that's because you're exploiting your children. And I think, in my opinion, you are problematic and deserve to be made fun of and snarked on. So, today, if you want to receive videos 12 to 24 hours early before they go public, you can become a patron or a YouTube member, all of which is in the description box below. But if you don't want to give monthly, but you want to support my channel, you can always buy me a coffee, which is also in the description box below, or simply, this is totally free, you can make sure you're subscribed to my channel. Okay, today, we finally have an update, an update on old Karissa Collins. So, I have not talked about her in probably about a year, and honestly, it was because she blocked me on everything, and even on Facebook she blocked me. But then I just realized, figured something out, and now I'm looking at her Instagram right now, but evidently her account was deleted like 6 months ago. So not just the fact that she blocked me, but I couldn't find her account at all, and it's because she got deleted. Her account got deleted, and I'm not entirely sure why. So we're gonna go through some of her Instagram reels, because she is continuously, in my opinion, exploiting her children. She has said on multiple podcasts that she does not get paid for what she does on social media, but there's absolutely no way that she's not getting paid. Like, absolutely no way. She just says she does it because she has a calling on her heart, and she wants people to know that it's okay to have big families. But I do not believe it at all. And she just started, so she's had a YouTube. The content on there is absolutely awful. It's similar to what she puts on Instagram, but worse. And she just started a YouTube. So she has a highlight on here that says YouTube, and she said that she's vlogging her kids, like going to the like doing an activity. But I watched them, and it's not vlog. Everything is vertical. It's not vlog. It's so bad. So we're not even gonna watch that. I'm not even gonna waste y'all's time to watch that. So if you remember, the last time we talked about Karissa Collins, I was snarking on her meals that she was making because they looked awful, and in the comments people were just berating her on the meals because they looked disgusting, and they were just pumped full of cheese and whatever. So I went through her highlights on Instagram, and there's no meals to be found. So clearly she did not re-upload those videos to her new Instagram, which probably a good idea. So any hoodles. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, she's pregnant again. So number 12. So the reason why I wanted to do this video is to just go through some of these. This is probably going to be a short video, but just to snark on some of these reels, because she is exploiting her children on the internet, on social media, and it's so sad now, just because obviously she is just trying to pump out as many children as possible, because she believes that's what you're supposed to do as a woman, is to continuously just have babies. Okay, so she posted something the other day, and the way that she worded it, and in the way that I don't remember what it was, but so I just got done watching The Handmaid's Tale for the first time, and she reminds me of the women who would be like the wives of Gilead. Like the beliefs that she has are very extreme and very like Old Testament. I just really like it. Like, it makes me think that she'd be one of like the commander's wives, you know what I mean? To say that she loves the Lord, but also if you like, you're gonna get punished. So she reminds me of a Gilead wife. She really does. Like, if Gilead was an actual thing, I really think she'd be one of the wives. So we're gonna look at some of her reels, see that she's pregnant once again, and I'm really hoping that she's gonna put out some content that has to do with food, or something that we can, like a long form. That's why I was excited that she was like, I have a YouTube, and I looked and I was like, this is trash. This is T-rash. So let's just go through some of her reels and look at some of her problematic beliefs and the fact that she is pregnant again. Also, watch in the background, because the older kids, the two older, the oldest girl and the oldest boy, when you see them in the background, they are just so over it. And I feel so bad for them. I really do, because you know that they are most likely saying like, hey, I don't want to do this. Or they don't even feel safe enough to say, I don't want to do this. And I would imagine, I'd put money down that if they are putting up some fight, some bickering with Karissa and saying like, I don't want to do it, she will in turn, because I've had this done to me, say, well, don't you want people to know Jesus? Like, if you do not do these videos, you are putting other people's life on the line, because this video could be the turning point to somebody's life with Jesus. And then it is just too much. It is too much, especially for these babies to handle. So let's go ahead and watch some of these reels. Oh yeah, and if you remember, I posted a reel, TikTok, whatever, about this situation that it caused her to delete it off her stories, which I want to give myself that much credit, but it was coincidental that she took the, that's when she deleted me. That's when she blocked me, rather. She posted, in her stories, she posted her girls, because they were all in dance, pictures of them in dance, which, number one, like, don't do that ever. Like, come on, man. Like, that's what these pedos are looking at. Little girls in tutus. I've heard it from, I was told you before, I'm watching Predator Poachers, and these guys are saying, like, I go online to look for little girls, like gymnastics or dance or cheerleading. So she did that, and she posted pictures of her girls in their dance outfits, and then she tagged, this is when she had 1.6 million followers. She tagged the dance studio. She tagged the dance studio. And in my reel, I blurred the girls out, and then blurred, of course, the dance studio out. But I'm like, hey man, like, why aren't you protecting your children? Like, especially if you are an influencer, if you have 1.6 million followers, in what freaking world are you going to tell 1 million people where your babies dance, where your girls dance? And I mean, there were some people who were like, oh my god, this is crazy, she's so stupid. But then there are other people who were like, there's nothing wrong with this. And I'm like, well, you're the freaking problem then, because this is awful. So right after that, that's when she deleted that post off of her Instagram stories, and then that's when she blocked me. So, hey man, at least I'm making waves, right? Okay, here we go. So, originally in her first account, she had all of her kids' names and ages in her bio. Oh, and I found, oh my god, I'll put it in here, but there were a few accounts on Instagram that were the Collins kids fans, like only had pictures of the kids like on the profile, and they were specifically fans of the children. Disgusting. Absolutely gross. So let's go reels. And this is their pregnancy announcement for the 1700th time.
Out in a while, cause she been handling things around the house, handling the kids. That she ain't still pressure? Oh yeah? Hey, I just thought I'd let you know your baby mama still got it.
This is so embarrassing. I don't know if this is going to be copyrighted or not, but I'm going to... Oh my god. I'm going to play it again, but without the music. And look at the kids in the back. Number one, look at... Okay. Alright, let's... Hold, please. Let's do it again. And she's only... This is the only one that I've seen her... like lip sync, the oldest girl lip sync and throw some type of tune out there, because every single other reel she's like, I hate everything, I don't want to be here.
Oh, you think cause she ain't stepped out in a while?
Hold on, watch this one. She's like, I hate everything but rap. Okay, I got this, here we go. And then this baby here, he's like, I hate everything. But then after that, she's okay. So it's just so sad. None of them are excited about it. I know the older kids can't wait to move out. I cannot fathom why anyone would want to have so many kids that you literally cannot have a moment to yourself. That is very, very true. How many more seats in the van do you have? She posted like 2. But she's going to get pregnant till she no longer can. She said that before. I had the feeling that you're pregnant. There were a lot of people in her comments who were saying that she was pregnant. Oh my goodness gracious. It's so... Okay. Well, okay, so... Karissa is also... in an MLM. She's in Plexus, okay? Which is the magical pink drink, which is so stupid. So, she did a reel that has to do with the pink drink, and I think she wrote the song to it. Because she's singing it. Hold on.
Tired mommy syndrome, but I manage it well. It's a yummy drink with a big story to tell. I take these 3 supplements and each day to start. As time went on, it was easy to see. I'm becoming the mom that I dreamed.
These products are all natural, they're gluten-free, vegetarian, and non-GMO, colored with beets, plant-based. They will help with hormones, balance blood sugar, manage sugar cravings, give sustainable energy, help balance intestinal yeast, support healthy digestion, promote healthy bacteria, contains antifungal, regulates bathroom visits, reduces bloating, and much more.
Plexus Flex is really swell. 3 supplements with a big story to tell.
That was embarrassing. Okay, what does it say? I had to do this cringe video. Well, at least she knows it's cringe. I'm tired of seeing all these corny commercials with 1,000 side effects for all these different medications. Instead, I wanted to tell you about a product that changed it all for me. Plexus Triplex. It's easy, 4 pills and 1 drink and no side effects. I don't think that's possible for something not to have side effects. But she takes all of these supplements when she's pregnant. She said it before. She was in another an MLM, but she's no longer in that one. She was in another one. I talked about it. I don't remember what it was, but she was taking the supplements while she was pregnant. People ask me all the time if it's safe to take, which makes me laugh at myself as well. I'm over here eating processed food and the occasional soft drink, yet we're leery to incorporate an all-natural product in our routine. We chug coffee like it's water, but are scared of some products that actually improve our health and are natural. These products help me to be the mom I wanted to be. An MLM helped you. That's sad if an MLM is helping you be the mom that you're supposed to be. They helped me They helped my energy, digestion, weight control, hormones. A drink can't do that. In intestinal health and fix my gut issues, plus so much more. Nope. Only food and exercise and some supplements, sure, can aid in that, can help with that, but it's not going to be the and all be all. If you're ready for life-changing, comment me and I'll send you the info, which this sucks which I also think that she deletes comments and she has a lot of bots, because look at all this. Yes, plexus, that's amazing. And then there were people who were saying me. But yeah, these aren't real people, most of them, right? They're not real people. I'm in love with this family. That's weird and gross. Can you take that stuff when you're pregnant? Of course she's going to say yes. She's going to say yes to all these supplements. And she 100% has to be deleting comments. Oh, that's it? That's all the comments? Yeah. She has to be deleting comments because there aren't a lot of negative comments. And that's a lot of the comments that she was getting were negative comments. And she's also competing in something for like Supermom. It's really weird because, like, these people, these Christian influencers, these moms of 1,700 children will say it has nothing to do with the accolades, it has nothing to do with them wanting to receive some acknowledgement. They're just doing it because the Lord laid it on their heart to have a lot of children. But then they do this. Okay, I hope I'm not going to be copywritten for this stuff. But if you didn't know, I'm competing for Vote Supermom. So far, I made it to the top 5. And her being an influencer helps too. Thank you so much for your support. Again, deleting comments. She's super good at deleting comments. This one says though, but honestly, let's be real, it's the oldest sibling that are really the super moms, because while you're busy being pregnant every hour of every year, they're helping nurture your babies, which is very, very true. A huge problematic thing about big families like this is parentification. And that essentially means when the older siblings are taking care of the younger siblings. So here's the difference between parentification and just older siblings learning responsibility and just helping out. There is a big difference. The parentification is when they truly take on the parent role and they get the babies up in the morning, they're changing all the diapers, they're feeding the children. So it's replacing the parent with the sibling essentially. So the actual parent is now being the sibling essentially. So like the baby, the one being taken care of, only sees the mom for like special occasions and like oh well, it's the time of the day where I spend time with this child. But then the one older sibling, 9 times out of 10, it's the older girl sibling, will always take care of that specific child. And I think that is wrong. I do not think there's anything wrong with older siblings or siblings in general learning responsibility and helping out with the kids. Absolutely. But when it comes to the parent no longer being the parent and the big sibling being the parent, that is a huge, like, there's no way Karissa and her husband can parent now 12 children efficiently, with love and like responsibly. There's just no freaking way. This one says, my flex is that I can get 10 children out the door into basketball by myself and spend 8+ hours with them in the gym every weekend. I'm a coach's wife with 11 children, so he's usually out the door with one child, and I wake up 10 children and get them out the door, matching and all. And then why are they all matching? And then since he coaches 11 teams, oh my Lord, we're on our own for 8 to 12 hours in the gym, and often in multiple gyms. We have 4 children on teams right now, so they usually play at different locations. I'm thankful for other parents that step in from time to time to get some of them to their games on time. You can't get your kids to their games on time. Why? Because you have a lot of kids. That's irresponsible, in my opinion. Our weekends are exhausting, but there's nowhere I would rather be than watching my kids play basketball and my husband coach. How boring is it for the other children who are not? I have 7 brothers. I'm number 8, right? Granted, I wasn't raised with 3 of them because they were much older. They were much older than I am. However, the ones in the house, we were all in sports. So I get hanging out the ball field all weekend, hanging out volleyball court, the basketball courts. Like, I get that. We did that. We were that family. And it was difficult for my mom and my dad, for 3-4 of us who were doing sports. Like, I fully understand that. I couldn't imagine with all of these kids and having those babies at the court the whole weekend. Come on, man. Like, this is a good example of having too many like, that's not just like, oh my God, it's gonna be so boring, but it's like why? Why can't we just have whatever? It doesn't matter. And Carissa's so, I think, okay, so clearly without her children, she would have zero platform. And that's why it is just outright exploitation, because if you can have a social media without your kids and they're just in there like once in a while, you see them running in the background, whatever, then I don't think that's exploitation. If you cannot have a social media presence without your children, that is exploitation, and that is problematic. And that is, she proves it over and over. All you see are these babies' faces, which obviously, like, I'm not going to blur now because there are too many, and we're looking at the reels. She has proven that she cannot have a social media presence without her children. And she is also proven to be really, really bad at social media. She's super cringy. Nothing she puts out is funny, and it's just bad content. So oh my God, this is so, like, it's just embarrassing.
They don't like you, let them go. They gossip about you, let them go. They backstab you, let them go. They cheat you, they hurt you, they lie to you, let them go. Let them go. They don't like you.
It's so bad. It's so bad. Here's the hard truth. I love people. I love friends. I love community. So letting people go isn't in my vocabulary, not to mention the fact that Yahuwah never let me go. I'm quick to give a million chances. But I've learned that, unfortunately, once a root of bitterness arises in someone, blah, 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 whatever. It doesn't matter. She's so bad. So bad at content. Really, really bad. And that has 110K. And obviously, the ones with her children have a lot more views. See, just her, 87,000.
So I did a post about how we force our children to follow Jesus, but let me go a little deeper. Ultimately, you can't force anyone to do anything. I think we all know that. But me and my house, we're going to serve the Lord, and we're going to teach our children how to do that also. If you're anything like me, you've seen lots of kids or children grow up that were raised in Christian homes and fall away from God. But let me tell you what I believe is the key to preventing our children from falling away from God. I believe that it is cultivating an actual relationship with God, with them. Not what I believe and not my faith, but teaching them how to find the truth, where the truth is, why we believe what we believe, and allowing them to hear the voice of Yahuwah and to know him for themselves. We also focus a lot
Dude, it drives me nuts that she never says God or Jesus. Like, she is such an Old Testament believer. That's why I'm saying, like, The Handmaid's Tale. Like, she is such a Old Testament believer that she doesn't even say Jesus. And I don't know, man. I find that very strange.
The power of Yahuwah and the presence of Yahuwah. And so they've seen lots of healings. And those are things you can't take from somebody. You can't teach to somebody. It's something that they see and they know and they believe because they've seen it with their own eyes. You know the saying, if you know, you know? That's really what it is with our children. Either they know, or they don't know that they know. And I believe that it all stems from, do they know Yahuwah themselves? Or do they know the God we serve and what we believe? So in our home, we teach our children what the word of Yahuwah says, what it looks like to follow Yahusha, and what it means to obey God. And we have them reading the word of Yahuwah so that it isn't just something that mom and dad are saying, but that they're hearing the actual voice of Yahuwah also for themselves. I really do.
Dear God, say Yahuwah one more time. I don't know, dude. Like, I just have a feeling, like, you cannot have 12 children now, and one or two of them are gonna be rebelling, and or one or two of them are gonna be like, hey, I grew up and like this didn't make sense, like I don't, and then they're gonna go away from the house and make their own decisions. Could that possibly mean even them going to a different denomination? Because here's the thing, Karissa Collins, her family, her and her because they have at home church. They do not go into another building with community, with other people who are like-minded. It's all, in my opinion, it's quite culty, because they're all in the home for the school, for the church. The only thing they go out of the home for is sports, right? Is just basketball, because that's the only thing they play. So I find it, okay, when the big kids grow up and are able to have, like, to make their own decisions, which, like, that'll probably only happen when they're, married, whatever. But if they decided to even go to a different church or a different denomination, or if they wanted to go, they want to be a Catholic or a freaking Presbyterian, or they Lutheran church or Pentecostal or Baptist or whatever, they, from what I have experienced myself and from what I can see, they would see that as rebellion. So when I say rebellion, I'm not even talking about, like, being a freaking hoe and, like, drinking all the time or smoke or whatever. I'm not meaning that. I'm just meaning, which that could be part of it, but I'm meaning, like, they find home in a different church, in a different denomination. They would see that as rebellion. They would not see that as their children, like, seeking the face of God, Yahuwah. They would not see, they would see that as rebellion, and that is so problematic for these kids. I love that this post has only been seen 79,000 times, because a lot of her others, I'm telling you, as soon as the kids are involved, the views go up, obviously. But this one is
Okay, so I don't normally do posts like this because I don't want to be a salesperson. I hate being salesy. And so I keep my feed mostly for messages from Yahuwah, but I have to share this. So if you follow my stories, you know that I
messages from Yahuwah that involves all of your children in a reel. Those are messages from using your kids.
Take triplex biplexis, and it has totally changed my health, specifically my gut health. And if you don't know, your gut health is literally like your key to your ultimate health. So right now there is a huge deal on Plexus, but I always suggest the triplex. So it's 1 pink drink and 4 pills.
Oh my god, she can't even. She won't. She okay. So she, and this is what MLMs do. The people who are trying to sell the products, they cannot explain what the supplement is. They can't. They don't know what it is. They only know what their upline has told them to tell people. And it's, oh, well, it has changed my life. You know, gut health is the thing that, you know, drives your actual health. But why, though? I mean, and you cannot rely on what, oh, God, this stuff drives me nuts. You cannot rely on a supplement to help you with your health if you're also eating like dog shit, which they have proven that they do. You cannot complain about your constipation if you are shoveling cheese into every meal that you make for your kids, which she has proven she has done. This stuff drives me freaking insane. Well, it's completely changed my life. I still can eat like shit and feel good. No, that's not how it works. Can it aid in helping? Sure, but is it going to make those French fries or the Taco Bell that you were eating in one of these reels, is it gonna make that gut healthy for you? No, it's not. No, it's not. I think this is the last one that we're gonna watch because they're just all just super cringy, and there hasn't been a big thing like problematic with Karissa Collins other than continuously exploiting her children for monetization, for more influence on social media. So we're gonna watch this last one, and just how uncomfortable the big kids look. And one of the oldest is just in the background, just kind of like waiting. But when I was going through a lot of these reels, she was doing the same thing. Like, she just hates it. Her and the older boy just freaking hate it. Of course, like the little kids with the voiceover, not the voiceovers, but with them having to lip sync and stuff. Some of them are like, you know, fun, but that's because they're little, and it hasn't really hit them yet that, like, ugh, I'm so over it. Like, I don't want to do this anymore. Like, it's not fun. And that's with the big kids, because I'm probably certain that they are not allowed to be on social media themselves, but their mom has every right to put them on social media. Like, I'm sure that they have no idea what the people who disagree with Karissa Collins, what they have to say, which, sure, they shouldn't. They should never know what these people are saying. But it's just gross. It's just exploitation. And it's so freaking sad. And I'm glad that her account got deleted, as it should, because she cannot hold up a social media without her children. She can't. And that is exploitation. So let's watch this last one and watch the big, the older sibling in the back. Oh, no. I'm not going to play the music. I don't want to be copyrighted. So, this is the oldest boy, oldest girl in the back, and they're just, they don't want to do it. None of them want to do it. They feel super uncomfortable. Of course. Of course you could feel uncomfortable. This is the dream I never knew I had. Thank you, Yahuwah, for always knowing the Yahuwah, whatever. And then, of course, she's deleting comments, because all of these comments are uplifting and positive, which 9 times out of 10, if you catch a reel or a post from her, they're just negative comment, but she deletes them 100%. And she gets in arguments sometimes with the people of like, oh my god, if you do this again, I'm gonna block you. Okay, well, block me. I'll figure out a way to look at your stuff anyway, right? Like, there's always a way. If y'all know of any like controversial things with Karissa Collins that I do not know of, other than her exploiting her poor children, let me know in the comments below, or you can send me a DM or message, whatever, it doesn't matter. Because I've heard a lot of controversial things that aren't like factual, they're just kind of assumptions. So this is really sad. She is pregnant once again, number 12. So I'll kind of keep an eye out on that. But other than that, this is a recap of Karissa pregnant with number 12 and continuously exploiting her children, completely shameless, even though she should be shameful and completely shamed for it. Any hoodles. Alright, y'all. I'm going to cut it there. I appreciate y'all so very much, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!